Hi everyone, welcome to the Strode Live 2021 interview series. Today I've got Alfie Galpin.
How you doing?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah.
My first guest today is Alfie Galpin.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Brilliant.
Right, so my first question is, was there any particular thing, like when you were younger, that really got you into music?
To be honest, my parents really enjoyed listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers in the car.
Yeah.
I absolutely love listening to their stuff. Like, you know, Scar Tissue, Californication, all this sort of like that sort of era, I guess. But yeah, I was always quite fascinated by the bass player Flea.
Yeah.
So
He's a fascinating man.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. He's an interesting fella. But I originally like really wanted a bass guitar, and my uncle he like tinkers around a lot with musical equipment and stuff, and he just had this old bass, just like a New Order sort of like replica bass that he just was like, you can have it. And I was like, that was insane.
That's sick.
Like that was just insane to me. But but that's sort of what started off the infatuation with it all, I guess. Like I just really enjoyed like listening to other people and that sort of thing. Obviously, it led me to like then going and making my own music and stuff. I picked up an acoustic guitar, that sort of thing. But yeah, that was where it all started, I guess.
So what sort of time did you start like writing your own songs then? Like, was there a particular point that like drove you towards that kind of way, or was it like, you know, you just got bored of doing covers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of a case of getting comfortable performing covers, getting comfortable. I guess you sort of pick up influences, bits and pieces of other writers, other artists. Especially, yeah, I definitely modelled my songwriting around Ed Sheeran at first. But as that progressed, I really started to get a bit more interested in like the rhythmic flow of like people like Post Malone, and I really like the guitar tone and sort of things in Sam Fender's music in like the 1975, like that. They always like, they just brought a new element. I just thought it's so nice to take bits and pieces and just, especially with production, just like trying to incorporate as much new stuff as you can, just like picking and choosing from different artists that you like and maybe making something new.
Yeah, I feel like Ed Sheeran got a lot of people into writing songs, to be fair.
Yeah,
because that's how I got into playing guitar.
Yeah. It's just crazy, and I think it's important. It was just important for me. I used to go to gigs and things, and that was the general comparison, and it still is now. To be fair, people like they do compare me similar to the writing style of, you know, Ed and things like that, which is fair enough. But I guess with my style of production, it's trying my best to break away from that as much as possible and sort of find my own sort of flow, I guess.
Yeah, I would say live with the loop pedal, obviously I understand the comparisons a little bit. Yeah. Like obviously you're your own artist and you're writing your own stuff, but like if you're playing an acoustic guitar and singing and you've got a loop pedal, to an extent you're going to be compared to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
But with your recorded music, it is totally different. You are making some really interesting things and taking things from everywhere, to be honest.
Nah, thank you so much, man. But yeah, like I said, it's just like live, I feel like there's a certain realm that I work between. Like I know that people are very familiar with the whole Ed Sheeran like loop station stuff. I, especially when I gig, it's very sort of friendly for people to, you know, engage with and things like that. But when I do things like record music, that's when it gets a bit more experimental, I suppose. Would love to do some gigs in the future with like a band and you know, try out some of my gigs and that. Try out some of my songs. Sorry, with some gigs, and that'd be cool. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, 100%. Would love to do it in the future, but we'll have to see where that goes.
How would you say you got into like gigging live and stuff? Were you just starting out busking, or were you booking shows fairly early on? Like, how did that start?
To be honest, it was difficult to sort of step into it, I guess. It was a slow process of me sort of building confidence to get to that point. But, you know, it started off with literally local open mic nights. Like, you look on Facebook, you look on whatever, you just think, is there any places that are having live music, and are they happy to have me there? And if so, then, like, let's get involved and things like that. But, yeah, like, it takes a step up when you go to a few open mic nights and then somebody says, like, hey, mate, like, are you interested in a gig, or are you interested in like have I got like contact these details and stuff, or, you know, anything like that, or when people start asking for your socials and stuff, I feel like it steps up to a new level. But yeah, it was a very slow process getting into gigging, but like sometimes it just picks up, and you have a lot of gigs, and then you have like no gigs, but you just try and get them where you can, I guess.
Yeah, it does vary.
Definitely, 100%.
Do you remember your first gig?
Yes, yeah, I do.
How did that go?
That was brilliant. It was fantastic. It was a pub in Yeovil, and it was fantastic. Obviously, I absolutely hate playing Wonderwall and Oasis songs in general. Yeah. It is so mentally draining, but people just really like it, especially when they've had a few and they're in the pub and that.
When you're hammered and everyone's been like watching the football or whatever,
it's just
and
crazy.
And then Wonderwall comes on, everyone goes mad.
And it's so annoying as musicians to actually have to engage in that. But it was so fun. I absolutely loved it. I can just remember I remember not really agreeing like payment with the guy, but like it's like when you go there and then you do the gig and then you find out people, like you got some really nice feedback from people. Yeah. Like that is just the best feeling and things like that. And then obviously that led on to like, paid gigs and things like that, and just really being able to sort of make something off of what you do. And that was just, that's probably the best feeling, the fact that other people enjoy what I do. And it's not like something that I can just keep to myself in my bedroom,
Right, so I know you've been busking a lot.
Yeah.
Have you got any experiences that stand out to you while busking?
Dude, to be fair, I've got a lot of mixed experience with busking. Yeah. Sometimes it can be the most enjoyable experience. Like you just get random people literally coming up to you on the street and going like, one of the best experiences has been when I performed Everlong by the Foo Fighters, and somebody really enjoyed that. Like it really resonated with somebody. So like they just came up afterwards, and when people just like are like, hey, like that song means a lot to me and stuff. Like, thank you. It like brightened my day up a little bit. Like that's probably the best sort of experience that you can probably get from it. In like occasions where it's probably not been as good, when people walk past you and sort of tell you to shut up. I remember I was performing under a car park. And then there was this lady. I think she was trying to get her a ticket or something, but she came down and she absolutely shouted down my throat. It was so funny. Like it was like, obviously, like what do you do in that situation? You got to laugh at it, but like I hope she got a ticket. Okay,
I do hope she got a ticket.
I hope she got a ticket.
But I hope it took a little bit longer than it would have done before. You know what I mean?
No,
if you're just shouting at someone randomly.
No, at the end of the day, like you're gonna find people who like what you do, and you're gonna find people who equally don't. And it's like you just got to put up with that, and you got to take it on the chin, and then you just got to use it as fuel to work harder, I guess, and keep putting yourself out there.
Yeah.